Hey everybody, good morning. This is Trader Steve. It's Father's Day, Sunday, June 15th, 2025. And this is the weekly update. We're going to start with the indexes. The Q, we've got a possible weekly reversal candle here. We'll see how it goes. Everything's starting to get kind of crazy over there in the Middle East. And that will lead into talking about oil. Made some oil trades Friday. And let's go to the SPY. The SPY, the same thing. It's not broken down yet on the weekly, but it's indicative that possible change coming. We'll see what happens Monday. And the Russell, still kind of weak. Weakest one. Diamonds, they're showing a little more weakness. And here's the transports. Now, I talked about taking a trade in Delta last week. I haven't taken it yet. I was looking at it still, but the Air India crash, I think, is going to put a kibosh on any airline trades here for a while. We'll see. But the transports, are just kind of looking like they're chopping sideways yet. And if we have a close on the weekly that's lower, we could have a reversal. I'm just kind of got my eye on it. Just here watching Delta. And now we're going to talk about the TLT, still flirting with 3-year lows here. We'll see what interest rates do. See if Trump can make Powell cut rates by a point. But I have a feeling that inflation numbers are really going to start showing up here shortly in the coming month or two. And so get ready. I'm pretty sure that it will start showing up. All the front loading that everybody did, they're running out of that inventory, and now they're going to have to pay for it, or we're just going to have shortages, and maybe people just stop buying stuff. We'll see what happens. And here's the dollar, which is the real worrisome thing. It's hit a 3-year low, and it looks like, we probably in time are going to be heading down to the low 90s. And that's inflationary, So we'll see what happens. It's really good if we make stuff here and export it, but, where are we going to export it? I guess the American consumer will buy some of it, but, a lot of businesses need to export, and we'll see if that happens. The lower the dollar goes, the cheaper the exports from America get. We'll see. Now here's gold, really strong. I've been trying to get into the NUGT, that triple levered on the gold miners. It's triple on the GDX. And it just didn't get down to where I wanted to jump in there. And it just ripped. And so I'm just waiting to buy the dip. I'm not going to chase it, just waiting to buy the dip. Here we go to the semis. They kind of seem like they're kind of hitting the top here. We'll see what happens. Everything's kind of moved hard. Apple doesn't look very good. So keep an eye on it. Just chopping sideways. There's been no money in this stock for a while. Bitcoin seems to have topped out. I guess sideways action is the best we can think about. I'm still looking at coin, Monster. They're really good to trade, but I don't see a setup in them yet. Now we're going to talk about an option trade I did last week. Salesforce. I'm going to go to a 4-hour. I got in this, and there's an activist investor putting out some bad news on it, but I got in up here, and when it broke this red line here at 269.58, I cut the trade. I took a small loss, about 50% on the option, and I just cut it, and I'm still looking at it. Eventually it's going to hit a bottom here and make a move up, but it's just on the radar right now. So that trade's done. And I rolled into Novo. I bought it Friday a week ago, and I sold it up here when it blew out the Bollinger Band on the 4-hour. And right up here, I sold some puts on it, the 80 puts, and it closed. Really, really nasty market maker here in Novo Nordisk. You know, I could have bought him back, but he wanted too much money for him, son of a gun. And so I now own shares of Novo again, which that's okay. You know, next Sunday, I think June 20th or something like that, there's going to be a meeting on what's going on with maybe a pill or something with this weight loss drug. And depending on the news feed, I'll either cut the trade if it's up, sell calls, maybe buy some puts to protect. I'm really not sure yet. So we'll see what happens. But also on Friday, I bought some OXY, and I also bought some Permian. I bought the stock. I'm looking at due to the Middle East, move up. We'll see what happens. You know, these aren't the best option trading stocks. You know, OXY's got a lot more float than Permian, or, you know, volume on the options. But I'm looking for a move up. And this is the 4-hour chart. It's really gapped up hard. And now we're going to look at the weekly. You know, maybe I'll stay in this if it keeps going and get up to this Bollinger Band, but a lot of red candles, big red candles of death up here, and so we'll see what happens. But if oil takes off, let's say they blow up some terminals and all that over there, and oil skyrockets, this is gonna run. I don't know how long it'll run for, but who knows? You could wake up Monday morning and Israel and Iran are talking and oil's down, and so is this. But you just never know. But Friday was the oil trade. I don't want to buy options, didn't want to buy futures, so I bought stock, and I'm going to ride that up and see what happens. And we're playing with Novo, and I played some with Tesla last week. It's moving good, and I'll try to drop some trades on that. I just didn't have time because it was, you know, quick. Like Friday, there's 2 trades in Tesla that you could have made really good money on, but I won't go into that in this video. This is just an update, and I hope everyone has a great Father's Day. And it's a beautiful day here today. Maybe it will not rain. We'll see. But this is Trader Steve saying see you later. Have a great day. Take it easy.